Standard form. Okay, so here's a third way that we can write equations. We've shown you y-intercept form, we've shown you the point slope form, and now we have the standard form. So this is a really good way if you want to find your y-intercepts. And the formula is right over here. ax plus by equals c. The a, b, and c just means a number. But you have your x value plus your y value equals c. Here's the best way to do this, okay? Now, if you think about it, if I want to put a dot, I'm going to put a dot. I'm just going to put it down here so I can erase it later. That's on -6. So let's name this point right here. This one right here would be 0, comma, -6. What would this be? The x's are 0, 0, comma, 6. What would this be? 0, comma, 3, 0, comma, -1, 0, comma, 0, comma, 0, comma, 0 something. If you notice, the x's are always 0. Okay, so if I say just my x is 0, whatever my y is going to be my y-intercept. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this equation right here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 0 in for y, or for x, sorry. And once I do that, 2 times 0 is 0, that goes away. Negative y equals 8. Well, if negative y equals 8, that means that y is going to equal -8. So I apologize. There's 6, 7, 8. It went way down there, correct? And so right now I'm going to get a y-intercept. My b is going to be 0, comma 8. And if you notice, I can do the same thing to find this. Let's put a number right there. What would this dot be if I were to have that dot? Well, that's going to be 6, comma 0, 5, comma 0, 4, comma 0. -1, comma 0, -4, comma 0. Okay, so if I plug in 0 for y, whatever my x is going to be the intercept on the x's. So let's put a 0 in for this, which would just give me 2x equals 8. Because I put a 0 in, that all just goes away. Divide each side by 2, x equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where I would get my 4, comma 0. And if you notice, boom, right there, we have ourselves a line. Now from here, I can count up 8 over 4. That would be 8 over 4 or 2. This has a slope of 2. I've got a y-intercept, and so now I can move this around and change this around a bit if I wanted to do that. But this is a great way to find our x and y-intercepts. Let's do the one over here. I'll do this one in, let's go blue this time, okay? So if I want to find the y and x intercepts, if I just make this a 0, 0 plus 5y equals 15, divide by 5, y equals 3. Therefore, I'm going to have an intercept at 3. If I make this a 0, I'm going to get 3x. I apologize. I wrote pretty ugly. That's a -15, isn't it? So that's going to be a -3. I apologize, my friends. I need to look at those negative signs better. See, we all do it. Okay, so -3. Now I'm going to have 3x equals -15. I'm going to divide each side by 3 very sloppily. I apologize. X equals -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look, I've got myself a graph by doing that. And it's the y-intercept is -3. I can figure out a slope if I want. So here are some things that I can do with standard form. Okay. It's also really good if you feel more comfortable with one over the other, you can move these around. I could easily go -3x, divide by 5, and I could play all these games. And so I can switch them around to the formula that I like best, so I can find one that's easier for me to graph, okay? So those are just some ways for you to find some graphs. You have y-intercept, you have point slope, and now you have standard form. Let's do some worksheets and get you even more comfortable with them.